Okay, so tuning marimba bars. I get a lot of questions about tuning marimba bars, and what I use to tune marimba bars. Very, very simply, the whole time I've been making marimbas, I use this little tuner. This is a little chromatic guitar tuner that I've had for years. It's exactly that. It's just the same exact kind of guitar tuner you'll be able to buy at your music store or online. Normally you just plug into it, but it also has a microphone as well, and the microphone is what I use to tune all of the marimba bars that I work with. And the way that I do it is like this. I start with a tuning bar, which is here, which is my little tuning bar, and this is just a C note that I've tuned, and I just keep it hanging around the workshop, and whenever I need to tune any bars, this is where I start. It's getting really dark out here, but here's a 3.5 octave instrument, just in storage waiting to go back to school, and starts on the low C, below middle C, C, D, E, F, G, not sure what that is, kids have got it somewhere, A, B, C. So this is the bar here that I use to start tuning with. And whenever I tune a set of bars, I always start there, and I start working up, or I start working down to that low C down there. But this is where I begin, and that C there is the same C that is that tuning bar that I have inside. Okay, so this is the same C that I have outside that I showed you just a minute ago. So what I usually do is I usually use it as a template. So I take this bar and I take the new bar. I take the new bar that I'm tuning and I put it up against this bar as a reference, and I trace the shape, and then I start to remove material against that shape, listening, checking as I go. And I'll basically just turn the tuner on, and I'll take a mallet as I'm working, and I'll hold it by the hole, the 2/9 hole that you've already made, probably in the blanks for the bars before you start tuning, and I'll just register that bar against my tuner and just listen for where the pitch is at. And then I just make more, remove more and more material until I get down to the note I'm looking for. If I do go a little bit past it, I can remove some material from the ends of the bar a little bit, but that is only something that will just bring it back just a little bit. If you go too far past the note that you're looking for, then that one's going in the firewood pile, and you need to start again. Other things about tuning the bars. Don't finish them. Sand them, but don't finish them before you start tuning. Because what I tend to find is that if you tune them and then you want to then go and sand them or chamfer the edges or router the edges for shapes and that sort of stuff too, then you have to retune them again. So it's best to do all of the finishing work on the bars before you tune them, then finish them, then give them a final tune and just give them a quick sand. And I'll show you how I sand over here. Okay, cool. So this is what I use for sanding. This really old belt sander that I use. That's perfect for the job. It has a belt section on here, which means that it gives me this radius around the edge, which is perfect for sanding. So basically I'll set it up like this. I won't do it in here, I'll do it outside. So I'll listen to the bar, and then I'll turn the sander on, and I'll basically hold it just like so, and sand backwards and forwards through the arch of the bar. Turn it off. Listen again. Sand, listen, backwards and forwards until I reach the right pitch, and that's what gives me a beautiful finish on the inside too. And if you use a nice aggressive, 40 or 60 grit belt, removes material really quickly, it's really efficient, and it gets you to where you need to be, which is great. Last thing is about building. This is the book that I used for all construction for all of John's 3.5 octave standard box and tube resonator instruments. About $30 available from his website. You just order it online and it will arrive in the post, and you just start making instruments. Yeah, that's where that comes from.